can touch it and I get the most even bubble that you can get because there was no heat differential on the glass. Yeah. I didn't add any mechanics to the glass. The trick is that you want to make sure that all the glass that you're gonna use is of the iron. This is a perfect bubble. Don't touch it. Really, don't touch it. It's really, really simple. The only thing that you have to do is turn in the right angle.
This is the Zen you were talking about.
This is the Zen. Yeah, just like no frantic touching, scared in front of the marble, like oh my god, pushing like. Super relaxed, man. For this particular piece, look how thick the bottom of this piece is. It's extremely thick, right? That's where you want to place your glass, right? So by no means holding the pipe up. That's not where the glass is in the piece.
Is that why you didn't blow in cap?
I didn't want to blow in cap because blowing cap is complicated, man.
Yeah, okay.
Just like hanging out here, having your assistant tell you when to stop is the simplest way of blowing out. And what it's gonna allow you to have is consistent results. Just make sure that your guide is clean. I just remember that we're playing as if we were doing production. So I'm just gonna be dropping the piece basically. He's gonna be taking the guys for me. Angle down? Yeah, angle down a little bit. We're letting the glass flow. Maybe that was a little too much. You see where the glass is going, right? Towards the bottom.
So he's got two different heats here, and he's using it to his advantage. Because as he angles down, all that fresh glass is going to go towards the tip, and that bubble, because it's so much colder, is going to stay small and occupy the pipe. If you gather really hot, that bubble will stretch as you angle down.
Nothing, man. Just hang out, let it cool down. Yeah, and you know this is exaggerated, but it's good to know that if we were gonna blow the glass evenly at this point, we would take a long heat, make these two temperatures match, and then just start blowing. There's something called the setup, right? For some, when you're trying to blow something evenly, you have to almost obey this ritualistic set of movements, right? And when you block, what I'm trying to say is that when you block, you block twice, and in between those two blocking stages, there's a long heat. You gather your glass, you blow your bowl, you let it cool down, right? You go and gather again. The skin of the glass at that point is extremely hot, 2300 degrees. The core is 900 degrees. If you try to blow something from there, you're gonna go nowhere. That bowl is gonna shoot to one side. So how do you correct that? You block once, you heat it up, you make those two temperatures match, you block again to give a little skin to the glass, and then you start blowing your thing evenly. This is not the case. We're trying to let this get really cold. This mass of glass. So yeah, bowl, one large bowl, gathered once, shape it to a nice clean shape. I didn't block too much. I just blocked 2 or 3 times. That's it. Be careful, don't be frantic. Yeah, we're gonna use a lot of glass. Stay calm. Yeah, we're gonna need a larger one. Yeah. We have enough. It looks like that's it. Thank you. If I had issues turning, he would be turning for me, and I'm here.
Back. And as a turner, I let him know when I'm going to switch directions. Back.
The reason why you put things off center is because you stop for a second. Do that. Just remove the mechanics from the glass, and it will always be on center. So if you wonder why when you are blocking things get off center, is because you do this. You see it? It got off center because you keep putting pressure up the skin and up.
Okay.
So if you come back, you're blocking. It's on center. You change directions and you start seeing this action. It's because you have to ease up at the end of the move when you are switching directions. The amount of pressure that you are putting, and true for every other tool. Unless you go in whip the direction real quick. Eventually you will get there. You don't let the thing stop. Oh, yeah.
I kind of imagine it like slowing down for a curve when you're driving. If you want to stop for a moment and then pick up the pressure again.
Okay. As a flash in this case, I'm going to flash really deeply. Because if I don't, that tip is going to get hotter than the base, the foil. And then when Esteban goes to blow it, the bubble's going to move more towards the tip.
I'm gonna round this thing. You can use your paper right now. Blow gently, please. Let me see where the glass went. The glass probably wants to, the bubble probably is gonna want to shoot out. Keep blowing. It's shooting outwards. Perfect. That's where I want my bubble to go. Because that is staying on the neck. Keep blowing.
Down a little bit.
And stop. Gorgeous. How many times I have touched the glass? This is probably the second time. Twice with the block and now this. I'm just trying to follow that shape. So I'm just gonna paper here. Let's build up a kick and then start.
Check out where I am in the glory hole.
All the way in.
All the way in there.
All the way in.
If I'm back here, then that moil's going to get a lot colder than the tip. It's gonna have the tendency to be unstable. Great point, great observation. Yeah, I got that. Blow a little bit. Stop. And we'll score the neckline on the next one. Let's let this board really cool. Okay. Yeah.
Make it that much easier. Heat it up and then hang it.
Sounds good.
I'll be here. It's there. I'm here. All jacks don't function, man. Like running a car without gasoline, and it won't go anywhere. You have to heat it up. A little bit of wax. And with it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Get the neck right. Blow a little bit, please. Stop blowing. Get it happy. When we dropped it, we didn't drop it right, so it's gonna be really hard to get the shape that shape.
Even though I hate it.
Is it just by turning really quickly in there that you keep it from getting sloppy?
It's actually not quite quickly, but it's controlling it. It's like seeing when it needs to go fast, seeing when it needs to go slow.
And pulling out when you need to pull out, man.
Yeah.
If it's getting out of control and you stay there, it's gonna
Yeah.
stay way out of control. Blow one more time. We're gonna make this
How are
into
you
a
getting
cylinder.
that shape?
Honestly, we're not
We're
gonna
not.
stop. If I had a torch, I would probably be able to squeeze. I didn't drop it right there. So basically, I'm gonna leave it as a cylinder, thing. More here at the bottom, yeah. We probably could have blown the bottom a little bit more and have the paper right here. I was paying attention to this instead of the actual shape. I was focused on keeping the thickness. Yeah. Just keep it thick at the bottom and play with that idea. And if you're able to drop a teardrop like that, fine. If it drops as a cylinder, fine. Usually takes like a couple of shots before you get the shape back. Now I done one of these things ever, I think. Hit up only the very bottom. That's right? Only the very bottom. And I can shake it back. That should be enough. It's just gonna keep turning, and I'm just gonna keep it on center. I'm just like making the flat spot for this thing. For something like this, we're gonna use sculpture panties. There's a lot of glass here, so if you don't know this panty, learn it. It is actually a really safe panty. You don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to touch it or anything. You're just gonna make a gather, let it zip, tag it in, and then score a neckline on that panty. That's where you're gonna break. At some point, we'll go to the cold shop and we'll clean that up.